Hello everyone, welcome to a new vlog. Today we are in Zakopane, Poland. It is about 70 kilometers south of Krakow, and this town is known for being like a ski resort in the winter obviously, and in the summer months it's more of like a hiking place. So if you enjoy hiking, this is quite literally heaven. The original plan today was to do the Morskie Oko, I don't know how to say it, Morskie Oko hike, but I think it's going to start raining, and on top of that I'm not having the best day today. I'm a little bit tired and very emotional. I think there's a correlation between the two, but yeah, I'm not gonna let that stop me. I'm not going to let that get in the way. I think I've made a mistake of packing in too many activities for myself in too little time, and I think I've spoken about this in another video, but it's a mistake I keep on making, and it's a mistake that I've advised you guys against. So don't do what I do. Give yourself time to relax and chill. Guys, it really doesn't matter how grumpy I'm feeling. Just being here makes me so happy. It is such a peaceful place. There's birds singing, there's trees everywhere, there's beautiful houses. It is just stunning, and I mean I've been here for like what, 5 minutes, and I totally recommend coming to this place. The scenery is absolutely gorgeous. If you're planning a trip to Zakopane, I would recommend, well, you need to come from like Krakow or something, unless you're driving. If you have a car, you obviously have much more flexibility, but if you're coming with public transport, I got Flixbus from Krakow to Zakopane. I actually really dislike Flixbus. I'm not a fan. I think the buses aren't great, and there's always some sort of delay whenever I've used them. Just not had a smooth experience with them in general, and I've used them a few times. But that being said, I do continue to use their services because they're convenient and fairly cheap. It did take about 2.5 hours to get here from Krakow, and also my bus was delayed by an hour. See, I'm always having issues with Flixbus like that, but it's not the end of the world. I was meant to go on the Morskie Oko hike today, but because of the delay and my general low mood and the weather, I decided that I'm gonna take it easier today and go on the hike tomorrow instead. By take it easy, if you know me, you know, it doesn't necessarily mean actually having a slow, calm and easy day. I'm still going on a hike, so what I'm doing at the moment, to hopefully see some waterfalls. I don't know if I'm going the right way. This doesn't feel very hikey yet. It is so beautiful here. I think this is like a ski area, like there's a lift sort of thing. I don't know if it's open currently, but we can have a look. It's actually possible for you to fill up your water bottle with water from the like the mountain, and obviously I've done that. I'm gonna try it out because I think this, first of all, is really cold. I think this is like really refreshing. Surely must be. Yeah, let's try it. Getting water everywhere. Why can't I drink water all of a sudden? That is, you know what, that is good water. That is straight from the, well, not directly, there's like a tap. So it's worth coming here, even if it's just for the water apparently. So I found a trail to do. It's about 35 minutes in total approximately, but let's see how long it takes me. Maybe a bit longer, we'll see. My hair is really frustrating me. Yeah, so apparently there's bears in the woods here. I mean, the chances of running into one during the day are quite low. Sorry, my hair, bear with me. But I chose this trail because I assumed it was the easy one, just because it's not very long. But looking ahead, I don't think that's necessarily the case. It looks very steep, but let's see. It doesn't really matter so much. I just wanted something easy to say that I've done something, but also so that I'm not too tired tomorrow, because then that's defeating the object of not going on the original hike today. Okay, a house is not what I was expecting on this hike, but let's see. This place is absolutely beautiful. I 110% recommend visiting and doing some trails while you're here. I obviously don't know what it's like for ski season, but for hiking, it's pretty gorgeous. Oh, I think this is this is not a house, it's a church. That makes more sense. Is this the end of the hike? Clearly can't go through there. Okay, I think the church was the end of that hike, to be honest. Mildly disappointing if you're not religious like me, but I'm gonna head back down. It's not the destination, it's the journey that matters. I'm a little bit in a rush today because I am attempting to fit in a almost 20-kilometer hike and a 6-hour journey, at minimum 6-hour journey to Wrocław in one day. And I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it. It's 8 o'clock and I am heading to the bus stop to get a bus to Morskie Oko, and then I can start my hike. I think it's like the hike that I want to do. I think it's like an 18.8 loop. I also desperately need to stop somewhere and get breakfast, or like some snacks at least, because I haven't eaten yet and I doubt there'll be shops in the mountains. But yeah, I'm just looking for a shop, like a corner shop or something, where I can buy some snacks. The goods have been secured. I got myself a big bottle of water. Little did I know that is sparkling water, not regular water, and I hate sparkling water. There's nothing worse than sparkling water. I figured my small one probably won't be enough, and a bunch of carbs, to be honest. Literally any carb that I could find I grabbed, and some fruit as well. I am starting my hike now. It's going to take about 2 hours 20 minutes to get there, and the views are already stunning. Look, I feel like the camera is not doing this justice. This is so beautiful. One thing to know, if you come here, you will need cash. I kind of thought that I would need cash everywhere in Poland, to be honest, but that hasn't been the case. This is the first time I've paid anything with cash. I got cash out when I arrived, and this is the first time I'm using it, actually. So you will need 15 zloty each way for the bus, and then the entrance to the park, or to the national park, is 10 zloty for a regular ticket, 5 for a reduced, and then I think there's some special price for groups over 10 or something like that, but you will need cash. Actually, for the entry there might have been card machines, I didn't notice, but I paid with cash, so yeah. Don't do that. Don't get horses up because they're exhausted. I've had like loads of horror stories about these horses. But anyway, I have taken a little bit of a stop. There's about an hour and a half left on my hike. I could keep going, but I should stop and take a break because I haven't had breakfast yet, right? And I don't think it's very smart of me to do a hike without having fuel in my body. I've had some snacks while I've been eating, but really all I've had is just like some breadsticks. Like that's just, it's not gonna cut it. So I've just stopped. Gonna make myself like a little make-do breakfast and fuel and then carry on. I feel like this is a good spot to stop. There's like some picnic benches, which is quite ideal, like if you have a snack with you or something. And there's a waterfall like 10 meters behind me, not 10 meters, like 100 meters behind me maybe. It's really nice, and there's lots of people there looking at the waterfalls, as you would expect. This is actually quite a nice spot to stop. There's a bit of a breeze from the waterfalls, so it's quite nice to just take a minute to breathe in and just have some food and some water and just take it all in. There's also some toilets, which actually I haven't seen on many hikes before. Generally this hike is really accessible, I would say. Like most of it is like road. There are some shortcuts that you can take that are much less accessible, but guys, look at the view. You can't even, camera does not show how stunningly breathtaking this place is. It just shows how out of breath I am. Wow. Wow, 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 is all I have to say. Look at the view. At this point in the hike, I had met a really lovely couple and I'd got talking to them, so I didn't want to shove the camera down their face, as you can imagine, so I kind of stopped vlogging at that point. But don't worry, I've got plenty of footage and photos, of course. I just wasn't as chatty for the rest of the day. Well, I was probably more chatty, but I was talking to new friends rather than the camera. This day was already magical, and just meeting people and talking to them made it even more special for me. Now this place is connected to a whole new friendship. But yeah, it was a very beautiful hike. You can hike around the lake as well if you want to. You can't swim in the lake. And of course, if you want to avoid the crowds, I would recommend going as early as possible. As you saw, I left Zakopane at around 8 a.m. and when I got there were already quite a few people. Not that many. By the time I left though, it was full of people though. So I'm definitely glad that I went early and that I went when I did. Let me know if you have any questions, of course, and I hope you enjoyed. This brings us to the end of the Zakopane vlogs. This is actually the last vlog I have from Poland. My next stop was Wrocław, but that is in my vlog with Gdansk. So if you haven't watched it yet, go watch that next, and there's a Krakow one as well. Okay, but I think that wraps this video up. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!